was just now referred about the relationship between the regulators and the government. It's been uneasy in the recent past. And one thing I would like to state very clearly, though it need not be said, it should be understood, that regulators are not government servants. They are public servants, but they are not government servants. And the distinction has to be drawn by the government between the two. And the sooner the government understands that regulators are not government servants, but public servants, better it will be for the power sector. And I'll just cite one example of this confusion with on the 1 megawatt open access issue. Many of you will be aware when the government issued directions to the regulators after taking a revised opinion from the Attorney General of India. Attorney General of India initially said this is wrong, and then the second reference was made to the Attorney General, and then he said it is right. And these directions were issued to the regulators without even looking at the act, that the section they are quoting under that section, directions can be issued to CRC, not to state commissions. They belatedly realized this, and then they said, okay, we'll write to the state governments, and now state governments will issue directions to regulators, which they have not, fortunately. So I think the sooner this uneasiness between the governments, fortunately there is much less uneasiness between state governments and state regulators, but the uneasiness between the central government and the regulators decreases, better it will be for the power sector. Much has been said about shutting down areas in case of low frequencies and shortage. But since the last grid failure, at least in Haryana, we have been experiencing something in the reverse. And everybody knows, because the grid is more or less, except the south, is the same, so the frequency is the same, that the frequency has been high generally. On certain days, the average frequency over the day has been higher than 50, on many days in fact. The result has been overcautiousness, because certain threats were held out to the MDs of companies, to the chief secretaries of the states, that if there is a problem in the grid, you will be called and wait to do this and that. And there is an overcautiousness. And this high frequency is resulting in a very funny situation. We have blackouts in certain areas, power cuts, and every day states are underdrawing. In Haryana state, sometimes the underdraw is of the order of 3 million units in a day. At a very high frequency means at a very low UI rate. And my own estimate is that Haryana will end up losing about 100 crores in 1 year. That's about 1,000 million rupees in 1 year because of these underdraws, while at the same time there are power cuts. And same time, there are boxed up units for low demand. I think this is putting a very big financial strain on the system. We'll have to pay through our nose for all these boxed up units because of low demand. Simultaneously, the underdraw in the whole system is addition of greenhouse gases without that energy being put to any productive use, which I think is very silly. And this is happening because there is a huge human interface in the operations. And sooner we reduce this human interface, because when there is a human interface, the time lag is considerable. And unless this human interface is reduced and the time slots in which corrections are made shorter and shorter, this funny situation of blackouts and underdraws will continue, and which is very harmful for everyone. In the matter of open access, Haryana has been a big culprit. The utilities have been obstructing open access on one pretext or the other. Recently, in a hearing, we found that there is a requirement that after moving the application, the DISCOM will write to the SLDC within 5 days, conveying their consent. And that consent was not conveyed. But we also found that simultaneously there is a provision that after 5 days it will be deemed consent. And the SLDC was not using that provision of deemed consent. So we have now directed the SLDC that if the DISCOM doesn't convey their consent in 5 days, they will be deemed consent. And these issues are very relevant for today's topic because this is where all the gaps are arising. There is power available in the country, you can draw it through open access, but your utility for its own small reason doesn't allow you to draw it. So, at this point we realized that the relationship between CRC and NLDC has been very well defined through regulations. But the relationship between the SLDC and the State Commission is very hazy. I mean, we really do not know what is our relationship with the system operator in the state. Simultaneously, the Act says that the system operator, which in most of the cases in the state is today an arm of the STU, that it will be made independent of the STU and come on its own, become an independent entity on its own. And this has not been done. And as the relationship between the State Commission and SLDC has not been clearly defined anywhere, we are also not very sure as to what kind of directions we can give to the STU to sever their strong bond with the SLDC and make it an independent entity. We've tried to address this issue in the MIT regulations we recently issued. We tried to define that relationship through those regulations. But I think it needs a serious consideration that the relationship between SLDC and the State Commission should be properly crystallized. Lastly, I would say that while discussing this issue of underdraws, we do every day a lot of brainstorming. We have in our commission a practice of spending the afternoon with stakeholders. We don't sit in the court, and generally we invite people. Sometimes we go to the field also, at Gurgaon and other places. And we have a lot of brainstorming with the stakeholders. So one of the ideas which has come for this underdraw is that in our state, and I'm sure there will be such cases in other states also, there are people for their own reason, particularly industrial consumers, who are off-grid. They don't like the reliability of grid power, low level of reliability of that, and so they have their own generation. We were wondering whether on a frequency-based relay, you can connect them to the grid and they draw power only when the frequency is high. Rest of the time, as they are off-grid today, they continue to be off-grid. But as soon as the frequency is high, they become consumers of the DISCOM at an agreed rate, which obviously will be very low because it is at high frequency. Maybe this will partly address the issue of underdraw of scheduled power. That's all I will say for the moment.